Listen up. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast belong solely to the podcast participants, and not to any participant's employer, organization, committee, or other group or individual. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. You know, for fun. So lighten up and enjoy. Oh, god dang. Stompin' Gin. Episode 70.
Look, we made it over the hump.
We made it over. You're darn right we made it over the hump. The live on-air humping in episode 69. For those of you who haven't heard it, go back and listen. We engaged in a live sexual act on episode 69.
Like, every time you say that, it just sounds like the most formal
But
thing ever.
I digress. This is episode 70, and we will be talking about various things, plus all of the things we want to get rid of in our hearts, and in our closets, and in our home. And we will be doing this with our guest, Madam N. So stay tuned for all of that goodness. The Soft Serve Podcast. Creamy, delicious ideas without the creepy truck.
Can we talk now?
Yeah, I can't find this person's contact information.
Do you need me
I'm
to
typing in their name. Can't find Madam N's phone number.
You want me to send it to you again?
No, it should be in here. I just can't find it.
I'm going to share it to your messenger
Yeah, that would be great. Thanks.
instead of the way I did it before. Mama Jama.
Awesome. All right. Shall we call Madam N
Yes.
to join us for all of the things?
All of the things. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's call her.
First, before we do that, we want to ask people what?
To
Subscribe, download, share our podcast with a friend if you like us. If you enjoy listening to the Soft Serve podcast,
Don't be shy about it.
other people might enjoy it. Don't be shy. Share.
Share.
Be a friend.
Share, like, where's
Help the
dripping?
Soft Serve podcast grow in its national and international reach.
Oh, man.
What?
Cookie crumbs all over the place.
Yeah, don't get those fucking crumbs near my equipment.
Listen,
Thanks.
I'm going to crumb you.
All right. Without further ado, we will call Madam N.
All right, she's waiting.
Okay.
She's on standby.
Here we go.
Here we go. And
Let us see.
on with the show.
It is ringing. I hear some...
Hey there, Sawtooth.
Oh, it is Madam N. You have a lovely podcasting voice. Let me say that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Stomping Jen.
Yes,
Better watch
Hi.
watch your vocal cords, sister.
she can take
Oh,
over.
boy.
I will gladly go into podcast retirement.
No.
I don't think that's true at all. You threaten, but that's not true.
Well, thanks for joining us. We were very excited that you had some
Thanks.
time.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Stomping Jen.
Yes.
We usually don't get guests in this early.
Yeah.
Now, we did not announce what we're drinking this evening. I am still...
Oh, so this is,
Yeah,
so let me
go
just
ahead.
say, it's weird that I can't hear, like, the beginning of the show.
Let
You
me-
know, it's not like listening
Yeah.
to, like, wait, don't tell me, where I can hear it and then
Yeah.
I would call in, you know, so I
Yeah.
have no idea what you've been saying.
Yeah,
So it's weird.
We
We
just
haven't
did
said
the intro. We just we just ran the disclaimer, then the intro music. Now, I want to do a test with you, madam, and I made I did some troubleshooting, and you should be able to hear all the stuff going on through my soundboard. So I want to.
Okay.
I want to try something now. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me if you recognize this sound.
Yes. Ta-da!
Yes. Awesome.
The happy one.
So,
okay, good.
That's so exciting. You are the first person to call in and be able to hear the soundboard.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
No way.
Yes. We've kind of been doing bubble gum and shoestrings all along. And believe it or not, up to this point, the problem all along has just been a wire. I had the wrong wire plugged into my mixer.
Huh.
All that techie stuff.
All that techie stuff. But Shivering Jim, he kept asking about this problem, and he finally got me thinking that I needed to solve it, and I did, and here we are. So I'm excited. So
did you do that in preparation for your other podcast about the Land of the Lost?
Yep, great question. And yes, because my brother Hogshank, who will be one of the co-hosts, will be joining from another state, and so we want him to be calling in. So we want him to be able to hear everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
So
okay.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I was about to say that I am drinking tea this evening. I'm still drinking tea, and this kind of rolls into our news updates.
But you didn't play the bumper.
I'm going to play the bumper now. Madam Ann, you hold on. You're going to hear this.
You get to hear the bumper.
So exciting.
Through the board. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it about as much as you do, Jen.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, this is the one with the screen.
Yep. Oh, it's glorious.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
I love it.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, part of the news I wanted to share related to my tea drinking is that I am now on day 21 of having not consumed any alcohol.
That is incredulous. That is just amazing. That's great. I mean, good for you. I did listen to, was it last week or the week before, where you had said, where you talked about going to the therapist and all of that stuff. Was that last week or the week before?
That was the week before, yes.
Right. So I did listen to that one, and I was like, wow, okay, that's a thing. No, and I totally get it, right? Like, you get sick and you're like, I can't drink. And then you're like, oh, well, I could do this. And then you're like, okay. But then, you know, and I'm sure you're going to want to talk about this, like, you went out, then you have to like go do things, and you're like, how's this going to work?
Yeah, and I actually have that a little bit down the list. We will talk about that.
Okay.
But what I'll say generally, on day 21, I feel much, much better.
Do you?
Yeah, like my mornings are easier.
Yeah.
I'm not struggling as much. I was going to say I'm not falling asleep in front of the TV as much at night, but I fell asleep last night. I passed out.
You couldn't even deal one show.
But no, I just generally, I think, feel a lot better. My mood feels more stable. I think that's the most noticeable thing for me.
Right.
Especially, I've talked about this a lot before, as somebody who struggles with chronic anxiety.
Right.
I just feel a little more steady, I think.
Yeah.
So
how have you been working out?
Yes, and
that's
been constant.
That's been constant, but I will say it's a little bit easier now.
Yeah.
It's not.
But you usually work out in the evening anyway, though.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yep, I prefer to. I do not like working out in the morning.
So you're not trying to like get up and get on the treadmill at 7:30 with a couple of whiskeys in.
Oh no! Although I should try that. I did try.
No, I mean from the night before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, interesting you should say that, right? So, I also have not been drinking, but I usually work out in the morning, and this past week was horrible.
Working out in the morning was horrible?
No, just my workouts in general. I just couldn't get my shit together. It was terrible.
What do you think that is attributable to?
It probably has nothing to do with the drinking at all.
Yeah.
It just has to do
with...
with...
it could be any number of things. It could be the barometric pressure or your hormones or cycle or whatever.
Yeah. My cycles definitely are impacting my workouts. I have many cycles.
Yes.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going well. I just wanted to tell people. I think I'm going to continue.
Well, I'm really proud of you, and I think it piqued my interest. Like anytime any of my friends are like, "Yeah, I'm not drinking," I'm like, "Huh, okay."
Yeah.
I'm like, I should do that, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of how I think we both have been feeling. And then I started reading this book that I think we've talked about last few weeks.
Okay, I know you. Well, so I didn't listen last week, but so what is your take on that book? Because I considered reading it, and then I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't.
You know, if you're ready.
Yeah, because I don't. Like you were saying, like, sorry, you can edit that out.
Yeah,
sorry,
but
I don't feel like I have a drinking problem, but so like I can not drink when I want to not drink, but it's like I don't want someone to tell me like what's appropriate or not appropriate or whatever, you know what I mean? So then, interestingly enough, one of my friends in town just said that she was not drinking, and she was also on like 21 days, right? So, and she was using this app, and I was like, what app is that? And she told me what it was, and I forgot what it was. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. So then I was like, that's interesting. Okay. So what apps are there? So then I found this app, it's called Leaf. And it just tracks. And so this month it was like, listen, we're not going to tell you not to drink. Like, how about this month, every time you have a drink, you match every drink you have on whatever days you choose to drink or not to drink with a non-alcoholic drink. So like, you drink a drink and then you drink whatever like it is that you want to drink. Yeah. So that's interesting.
I think that's a good idea, especially since you need to stay hydrated when you drink.
Right. But this is my issue is that I drink water all day, right? Like that's what I drink. And when I'm drinking, like I like the flavor of my beverage. And then I'm like, it's hard to match that. But I will say this. I do often drink tea while I'm drinking wine in the evening. So I'll drink wine and then I'll be like tea because it's warm. Because in the winter, I don't like cold drinks.
Yeah. So I will say...
Say what? Stumping Jen?
I just like the sentiment that you just expressed. Like, I don't feel like you're an alcoholic, but then sometimes you question, like, should I be drinking this much? That was my question. That wasn't what you said.
So you asked yourself that?
Yeah, like several times over the last, however many, whatever. And I had talked with my therapist about it previously. And so when Sawtooth brought it up, and I mentioned, I had talked to my therapist about it also. And she had recommended this book. So I picked it up. We picked it up. And I started reading it. And I have to say, it addresses everything you were just talking about. It addresses, like, society's, like, feelings about alcohol. It's well written. It's not preachy. Thank you. Sawtooth, please. I hate that music.
Oh, it's not preachy?
It's not preachy at all. It's
that's good.
It's literally like...
So it's not like a 12-step program hidden in a book?
No.
Okay.
And she actually also talks about why, programs like AA and stuff, like how they're effective, but like there's no need to use programs like that. You have to, if you understand the motivation behind like why people drink as much as they do and why society as a general rule like makes it seem like you need alcohol at parties and why you need alcohol to de-stress and like all of those things. It like more talks about the unconscious collective society that we live in. So, and it's like one of the questions like that she asks in the beginning of the book is like, if you like think about giving up alcohol and it fills you with dread or like, you think you're going to be missing something, like that's like one of the things things that like, you should be questioning, yourself about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to read it, I'm like, and she says to read it slowly. She's like, just read it like a chapter.
Read it slowly.
No, yeah.
While
Read
you're
it-
drinking tea.
Yeah.
Read it slowly.
Read it slowly while you're
drinking tea.
while you're suffering
sober.
from depriving yourself of
Yeah.
alcohol. Yes.
But I will say, I mean, I think that, we talked about this slightly maybe on the last podcast. If you missed it, you can go back and listen to it. But I think we both kind of felt like it became like a central focus of like, we were drinking every night and like, then we weren't. And then it was like, you kind of think about it and then you're like, oh, why am I thinking about this a lot?
Right.
And for me now, like, and I want to be really mindful of this. I don't want to be judgy about it, but I am talking about it because I think it's been beneficial for me and, anybody else who might be listening, if they're thinking about it or,
Right.
like I was, sitting there questioning myself, then maybe we can offer a little bit of support. I don't know.
Sure. But then the question is, so what's your beverage of choice? Because I'm fine with not drinking, but give me something else that's not water that tastes good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, because,
I thought,
non-alcoholic wine sucks. And I don't drink beer. So I'm gluten-free. So I don't drink beer.
it's a great question. Yep. And I thought,
And I feel like making mocktails is like a pain in the ass.
I thought about it today, right? Because one of the places I drank a lot was when I played games, like video games, like on a Friday night with my friends. I would, either have a couple of beers or, like 4 16-ounce beers or a bunch of whiskey.
Right. Like heady toppers and.
Yep. And then I was thinking, what else could I drink? And I found myself at Trader Joe's today, and I got a kombucha, right?
Okay, so that's a great idea, except I can't drink kombucha because my stomach...
Yeah.
It's not that it's gluten. I know, thank you.
Yep.
It's just my stomach hates yeast or anything fermented.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm sorry.
Seltzer is always good. I love seltzer.
Yeah.
I drink so much seltzer.
Yeah.
Boring. Although, you guys, today I know. Today I picked up slightly caffeinated seltzer.
Wow. Where's that from?
At Stop and Shop in Amherst.
Oh.
And you can go on to say Amherst is a town nearby Belchertown, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So
Amherst, Massachusetts, in the western part of the state.
In their little healthy, crunchy section of the Stop and Shop there, they had slightly so here's a good question. How many milligrams of caffeine is like a regular cup of coffee?
I think it's a cup. Is it like 100?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Google that, Stomping
So these
Jim.
have 35 milligrams of caffeine. So it's cucumber pear seltzer, and it's caffeinated. And I was like, this is delicious. And
now
you're wired. This is good. Well, not exactly, but I mean, it was good. Although
95 milligrams.
It was kind of funny because on the way home, I had 1 cup of coffee in the morning, which is a little bit less than I normally have. And then I had a latte, and then I got this and I was drinking it on the way home and I felt a little buzzy and I was like, ooh, this feels a little bit more than slightly caffeinated. And then I was like, it'll go away later. So, but that's kind of interesting. And here's why, because I'm going to do a juice cleanse.
Oh.
So I was like,
is that where you, can I ask, is that where you put juice up your butt?
No, that's anything you put up your butt is called an enema, not a cleanse.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We're not well versed in the cleansing process, apparently. We're not clean.
So what is a juice cleanse?
You just drink juice. You don't eat any normal food, like any solid food.
Yeah. Just for a couple days.
Our friend's microphone and Fanny smells more do cleanses every after New Year's every year.
So like, the whole intermittent fasting thing. So I watched this thing I think it was on Amazon Prime last night. And it was about all these different types of fasting, which I do that a little bit anyway. And Stomping Jim, we have a friend.
Yes.
does that, but she also sits on the weight bench at the gym and talks on her phone for hours while she's supposedly
glad that
working
you
out.
just said that because we've noticed that as well. Yes.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. Yes, that's all we'll say.
That's a type of exercise.
She lifts her phone up to her ear repeedely.
Checks in. Anyway, big proponent of the intermittent fasting. And, but anyway, so like, I was like, oh, and this is why I watched the thing. Maybe because it came up because I was talking about it with my son, who was like, I should do that intermittent fasting thing. I was like, no, you shouldn't.
No,
You're 15. I was
too
like,
young,
you don't need to do that. And then, so I watched this thing. But anyway, and then I was like, well, I should probably like, what?
What was the thing called that you watched?
Fasting.
Okay.
We'll put that on our list of things to watch.
It was one of those programs that was like very non-committal, and it ended completely abruptly, and I was like, oh. I was like, okay, so you're not making a stand on any of these things. It was, it was like at the beginning, they're like, this is not a medical show, and blah, 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 blah. We're not giving you advice.
Yep. So if you die trying any of the things we tell you, we're not liable.
Right.
Exactly.
To cover CYA.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. Joe Rogan, who's a podcaster I listen to, he has the #1 podcast in the country. He does intermittent fasting.
He also does keto.
Yeah, is he a fitness guy?
Yeah, he's a super
MMA.
fitness guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he I think he waits like 9 hours between meals or something like that. That's how he does it. I don't know.
He interviewed Maynard once, Madam N.
Who is Maynard?
From Tool.
Yep.
From Tool. And all they talked about for like a half an hour was like Krav Maga and like keto dieting. Like it was supposed to be,
oh, really?
Yeah. And wrestling.
Yeah, Krav Maga.
Oh, that's funny.
And the MMA stuff.
I wonder who my son M, was, because he watches YouTube videos all the time.
Yep.
And he saw some interview with Maynard. And Maynard was talking about his winery, and that he was talking about like all these different things.
It might have been Joe Rogan. Because he's on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
All right, so those are the health updates. We had some stuff to say. I have one more. I recently switched to progressive lenses. So I wear.
Oh yeah.
Glasses.
They're terrible. They are terrible. I hate them. Do you have them, Madam N?
I don't, but here's a funny story. Okay. So funny you should say, because I literally I had a very disappointing day today.
Oh,
and
no.
one of the things, just one thing after another. I know. But totally first world problem. So whatever. So I go to pick up my new glasses.
Okay.
But they were supposed to just be like reading glasses, which I decided to spend the money on like actual prescription reading glasses instead of the 17 pairs of cheaters that I have all over the house and in my car. Well, I went and picked them up, and they always say you should come pick them up and not have somebody pick them up for you, right, in case there's anything wrong. Well, sure enough, I put them on. I was like, I literally can't see anything. And they're like, really? And I was like, yeah. So this is the funny thing. Originally, when I went a while ago, they were going to give me the progressive. But the only reason I was going to get the progressive was because I was traveling a lot for work, and I was, I wear cheaters while I'm on the computer, and then I would take them off and look up, and I'd be in conference rooms, and I'd be like, it was making me sick.
Yeah.
It was making me nauseous. But now I don't travel, and I literally just sit at my desk, and then I get up and I go downstairs and I get water, whatever, and I don't need them, right? Because I can see fine driving.
Right.
So point being, and they kind of scared me because, I'm going to take your side on this one. I'm sure it's a little weird, right? Like, does it make you sick?
No, it doesn't make you sick, but it's kind of a weird thing. So unless you're looking through the right spot in the glasses, things are out of focus. So it's like it's like having vision problems that you can fix just by moving your eyes or your head. And like I can tell my brain is starting to get used to them because I
they
find
are?
like I'm like automatically moving my head and my eyes to like be able
Spot.
to see things, but there are like brief seconds where things are out of focus.
I think you're in the adjustment period.
But it doesn't
some more time.
it doesn't make you sick, but it's super weird. Like if I have them off for a while, like when I go to the gym or whatever, like
or whatever,
any other activity, I might
like
take my glasses off for.
Out?
Yeah, like lifting pellets.
Uh-huh.
We're back to the lifting pellets.
Yep, like lifting pellets when I take my glasses off. And when you put them back on, it gets super weird. Yeah, like there's that brief moment where you feel like you're in a fun house, but the weird thing is it doesn't make me sick.
But isn't that the whole thing with needing glasses? Like when you're younger and your eyes adjust, right? Like so you couldn't, so your eyes would adjust, like the muscles in your eyes or whatever it is, right? They adjust. And so now, and I'm older than both of you combined, and like, my eyes don't adjust anymore, and that's why I need glasses, right? And so that's the weird thing about getting the glasses. And the progressives, they're like, yeah, you have to kind of train yourself to do it. I'm like, well, then why get them at all?
Tomorrow will be the big test because I'm going back to work for a full day, and like the last half a year to a year, I come home, my eyes are stinging, like they feel like I've been in a pool.
And that is one of the benefits that I've heard, that your eyes will not feel so tired.
So why don't we just get LASIKs?
I don't think you can fix that.
I don't know if I could
LASIK
qualify
only
for that.
Fixes like specific problems. I don't think.
And my specific problem is twofold. I can't see things far away from me, and I can't see things up close.
Right, you can't see anything.
Yeah, which is why I'm fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, you should see the font on his
Yeah, people
iPhone.
laugh at it. It's like 28.
He can't even look. He can't read the GPS. Sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, anyways, hopefully these help.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, good.
I think you're getting used to him. I think it's going well. I'm very, very
Did you
happy.
at least? So my husband went to the eye doctor the other day for the first time in forever. Like, I'm not even sure, since he was like a teenager.
Oh, no.
And so he went, and I failed as a wife to warn him that they offer you either the drops or the air thing.
Yep.
And I forgot to just tell him, like, honey, our insurance covers the air thing, so don't get the drops.
Yeah.
Right. So I forgot. So he got the drops.
Oh, no.
Right?
He couldn't see.
So he couldn't see. But he had to pick out glasses. So he's like, I don't even know what I got. Like, he's like, I literally couldn't even see the mirror to pick out the glasses.
Oh, gosh.
So, he's going to be really surprised when he goes and picks them up next week.
Well, I got to go with Sawtooth, and we picked out. We did talk about this.
We did. But you and the nice lady at the store were very good. You helped pick out a good pair for me.
Yes,
so.
They look nice on your face.
Thank you.
They're from the hipster section, Madam N.
The hipster section. That's
hipster
right.
section.
Yep.
Where do you go?
We went to Vision Works in Hadley, Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
Next to the
Starbucks.
Yeah.
No, I go to my eye doctor next to the Hangar Pub.
Oh boy, we're going back to that conversation.
Yeah, so I went there, and I was so sad today because I was so excited to put my new glasses, and then I couldn't see, and I was like, They're like, okay, we're gonna have to reorder them, and I was like, all right, fine.
Yep. So, getting old sucks. Now, I want to. Do we want to play the song I wrote for Shivering Jim? If you didn't listen to last week's, Shivering Jim was on. Our friend Shivering Jim.
Remind me his relationship without naming names. Like, how is he related?
I went to college with him, and he was a friend of my brother Hogshanks.
Okay.
And I met him and lived with him for a while, and we've been friends ever since. So.
Yeah.
So didn't you and Stomping Jen go to college with him? Since
Yes, sorry.
No,
Yep.
they
Went to the
lived
same
together.
college?
So when I met Sawtooth,
Yep.
Okay.
he was living
Okay.
in an apartment with a bunch of people, and Shivering Jim
Does
was
he
one of
live
them.
nearby?
No,
No,
he
not
lives in
any longer.
New
Yeah.
Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was on last week, and we had a really fun time like we're having here now. And I sang a few songs to him, and I've cut them together into a single song.
Are you gonna make one for Madam N now? After
Let me think about it.
to come up with Madam N's own theme song.
Now, Madam
Theme
N
song.
Yeah.
Wow.
is it lives with musicians.
That's
and
true.
I'm not sure I'm
This is
up
gonna-
to the task.
Are you gonna play her the song?
You're gonna play it. Remember we talked
yeah.
about this?
That's right. I'm gonna play
Yep.
it.
So, Stomping Jen, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
This is the Shivering Jim song.
Driving by Pepe's Pizza, and I was tempted to just pull over and go in and get the entire pizza for myself. The entire pizza for myself.
Shivering Jim, Shivering Jim.
Joshua Michael Stewart. Get
There's
on that.
no one out there quite like him. It's Shivering Jim, Shivering Jim.
You just created a song
Yep.
for him.
Decades
That's
ago.
quite good.
Decades ago,
This is just
he
a
used to be slim. Yep.
A rehashing of our conversation.
Shivering Jim.
Is he no longer slim?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in person in years. It's
That's
brilliant.
Not true.
It isn't?
We saw him. This is not a song.
Yeah, it is. There's talking in it.
He came to the food truck.
Oh.
There's
yeah,
talking.
okay, here comes
Yeah,
the
I'm
good
gonna
part.
need a
Shimmering
completely different
Jim,
genre.
No one shines like him. Shimmering Jim, he sparkles and he glows.
No pirate
Shimmering
song for me,
Jim.
please.
I'm gonna end this.
Okay.
Now you're like having a whole song. It's like the
Shimmering.
Cats
Well, I
movie. Is this like the Cats movie?
Shut it off.
One, but
This is like
no,
very
this is great. There's actually
disconcerting.
not one but two songs about me composed.
Can I do it in the brogue? Shimmering
Amazing.
I'm
Jim,
having like a
he
meta
sparkles and
thing
he
happening in my head. I don't know
glows.
what is happening right now.
All right, I'll shut it off.
Oh wait, I have to shut it off.
I can mute it.
Oh my god, that was really
Was that
Awful.
confusing to
that
you?
was nuts.
Oh, all
It was
right.
just awful.
We'll
yeah.
play it at the end.
So our friend Joshua Michael Stewart is
We'll play it at the
actually
end.
composing something he wrote to us this morning.
Yeah, so Josh, if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
I promised Shivering Jim I would cobble something together from the last episode, but we really want to hear your version because you're an
Yeah.
actual musician
Yeah.
and you wrote the theme song for my new podcast.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I think that would be much, much better.
All right. Well, that was a disaster playing the Shivering Jim song.
Well, it's like I could hear myself talking.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what was happening. It was chaos.
I think I
in
should
my
have played
head.
it at the end.
It was chaos. You
Okay.
can still play it at the end, I think.
All right.
But
We'll do
I think
that.
for right now, I think it's a little overwhelming for.
All right. Oh
For
my
all
God, are we at
parties.
32 minutes already?
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus! All right, all right. So we wanted to give a Valentine's Day recap, right? Stomping Jen.
Sure.
Now, aside from lifting many bags of pellets, what did we do?
I don't think we lifted any pellet bags that Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
there were no pellets lifted, unfortunately. So
no, we went out to
we went out to dinner with the
dinner with the
kids,
children.
right?
It's
we went
very
to-
romantic.
We went to Hot Pot.
We went to Shanghai
Madam N.
Gourmet.
Yeah, we had a.
good, or what's the deal with that place?
Oh, it's
Oh, it's
really
really
good.
good.
We really like
It's
it.
really good. Well, here's
Now-
the problem with this place, though, right? So they have like authentic Chinese dishes, okay? Like not just like Americanized Chinese food at this place.
Mhm.
And so, like, we go in there, we're like literally the only white people in the entire restaurant. So we immediately start imploring our children to please speak Mandarin to the servers.
Yeah, they're fluent in Chinese.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right.
Right. 'Cause
So,
of where they
yeah.
right.
Right.
Funny.
So we're like, can you please just talk to them in Mandarin, right? And they like refuse. They like super embarrassed. They like don't want to do it for us. And like it didn't matter what we said. They just like wouldn't help us out. Like there was a sign in Chinese. I'm like, Ted, do you know how to read that? What does that sign say? He's like, it says specials. And I'm like, well, what are the specials? He's like, it says meat slices.
Meat
I'm
slices.
like, that's not helpful. Like, help me out here.
Right, and so our food comes out, and it's like the blandest looking shit you can imagine.
Right, like all around us are tables filled with like succulent dishes. Like you just want to like go over and just start eating their food. It looks amazing.
Glorious, authentic Chinese dishes.
We have like no idea what anything is or like what to ask for.
Yeah.
And our kids would not.
Space Unicorn and Ted screwed us out of a great dinner.
Oh, it's terrible. And like and they were ignoring us, the servers. That was the other thing. Like we were like, why are they ignoring us?
Oh, but these tables have little bells on them. They're great. You could just sit there and ring the bell over and over
then
again.
They come right over.
That's what we were doing the whole dinner. It's just ringing the bell.
Finally, I broke.
But maybe that's why they were ignoring you, because they were like, F you.
Yeah. No, we weren't pressing the button. We were trying to be considerate. And so anyways, I finally like about 3/4 of the way through the meal when like their food hadn't come. Our food had come and we'd eaten it all because it was the smallest dish you'd ever seen. They didn't even give us rice to go with it or anything. I finally broke down and I got really angry and I yelled at both of the kids and I said, you guys aren't speaking Mandarin, so they're not paying attention to us because we're the whitest people in the restaurant and they don't care.
Yeah.
And it was terrible.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, all of the people in the restaurant could understand you perfectly.
Right. Because everybody understands it.
Right. But you couldn't understand anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So then they felt bad. And then Ted ran off to the kitchen and like asked the guy something. We came back and he was like gonna order something. And then, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. So
it's like a total disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the food is actually very good.
The food is good and it's cheap.
It's not expensive.
We ordered a ton of stuff like hot pot and like those dishes and appetizers, and it was $66, I think.
Yeah.
I used to live from there.
Oh, really?
Not at Cumberland Farms, but at the what's it called? Alpine.
Oh, Colonial Village?
No, she's talking about the one next door.
Oh, Alpine Commons.
Yeah, I live there.
So we actually didn't go there to Hot Pot. We've been there before, but we went to the place downtown that is next to the CVS. It's called Shanghai Gourmet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they have really good stuff. But they have like a bucket of hog's feet, and I really want to get it. Pig's feet.
Yeah, you're obsessed with that.
I really want to get that. Nobody will order it with me.
I will. Why don't you and I go
All right, we're going to go and get the
on a lunch date? Eat some pig's feet and then lift some pellets. What do you think?
Yeah, that's just what I want to do after I eat pig's feet.
Okay.
Is lift some pellets. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Wah, wah, wah.
There we go. Madam N is going to be our new sound person.
We don't need the buttons anymore.
Yep.
Well, since you only have like 3 sounds, it's pretty easy to
He's got like
out.
a whole board. He just can't memorize what they do.
No, I know what they all do. I don't want to have too many sound effects.
I like this.
Is that a challenge? All right, I'll play another one here.
Which one are you going to play?
This one.
Oh my god.
Goats.
Pig's feet.
Oh, pigs? I don't
That's
think I have pigs on
That's
here.
a goat. Oh, speaking of goats, I ran into the guy that owns Ruby's Ranch.
Where's
You guys get meat from them.
I love him.
Where's that located?
It's in Belchertown. Yeah. Yeah.
Jeff?
I need to go
Jeff?
down there. They have like
Domino?
baby lambs.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And everything he does, and his wife is like about to give birth
Have a
to their
baby. Yeah.
beautiful child, and he is amazing, and his farm is amazing, and I love them and everything they do, and their meat is so tasty.
Yeah. We
So-
have to go get some.
Yeah, so Ruby Ranch in
Ruby
Belchertown.
Ranch in Belchertown.
Yep, check that out.
Yeah. We got to go over there and get some meat.
Okay.
Do you know that he's the son of the chief of police?
Oh, no shit.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Well,
that.
he introduced me and his last name was the same, but like I was like in my mind I was like maybe they are, but
Yeah.
but sorry. Without naming any names, is our chief of police current wife always been his wife?
I don't know that.
Okay, cuz I know her. So now I'm like, "Oh, is that their kid?"
Huh.
That's my question.
Well, he's in his 30s. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know.
I had no idea, but like, yeah, I'm super impressed with farmers and like young farmers, and like I don't know how to do anything.
You do. You know how to do stuff.
No, I really.
You mean
really
you don't know how to do like agricultural stuff?
I don't know how to do any.
So he's an agricultural teacher too, right?
Is he for real?
Yes. So he teaches agriculture at in is it Chicopee or Springfield? The what's the comprehensive comp? So it's Springfield comp. Chicopee comp.
That
I've never heard of
Yes.
that.
Yeah, no, that sounds right.
So he teaches agriculture there,
Really?
and then his goal is to farm full time.
That's
So-
well, he is, isn't he? Oh, he's not. He's teaching.
Oh, he's teaching.
Yeah,
No, yeah, he teaches and then he does that. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Huh.
I know. Wouldn't it be amazing if we get all our meats and produce in town and all our decadent pastries from Auntie Elsie's in town
Well,
and get everything in town? That would be amazing.
I mean,
and Phoenix Fruit Farm. It's so awesome.
I
love it.
try to do that anyway. So
I do too, but I feel like people need to, but it's tough in the winter, because
We're eating
nobody has broccoli.
Yeah, and we're eating a shit ton of potatoes, carrots,
sweet potatoes, root
rutabagas.
vegetables.
Do you guys do a share?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Like
do.
Year round
you
at
do?
Red Fire, yeah.
Yeah.
And Red Fire's in
Granby.
Amherst?
Down the street from
Oh,
us.
Granby.
Yeah, Granby.
Yeah,
Yep.
Madam N, it literally is down the road from us.
No, I know where it is.
Mhm.
One day I went to go to some event they were having, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be fun." And I drove in, and I was like, "Oh my god, no!"
Oh,
It
did you go
was
to the Tomato
thousands-
Festival?
Yeah, I think I tried.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
chaos.
That's chaos. You could always park by our house and walk all the way down the mountain.
Yeah. And if you
3 miles down
yeah,
the hill.
did you bail
Oh,
on did you bail on the event? Did you
Yeah.
not go? Good.
There was no park. There was
So,
no park.
We've
Go-
been there many years.
Yeah, go if you want to eat warm tomatoes that have been touched by thousands of people.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
gross.
it's so disgusting.
It's gross.
No.
They have these bowls of tomatoes, right?
No.
Yep.
Please don't.
And a
No.
line, yep,
Mm-mm.
of thousands of people, and they go. People are going through the line. They're stabbing the tomatoes with the toothpicks, eating them, then going back in. Oh, God,
Yeah.
double dipping.
I don't like tomatoes that much, and I only eat them in the summer because they
Yeah.
only taste like
Yeah.
actual tomatoes in the summer.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's true.
we need to get off this topic.
All right,
That's gross.
We're all gonna throw up.
no more tomatoes.
All right. So one thing I wanted to ask you all. So
Yeah.
I've been noticing the return of the mustache.
Oh, the Beebster's got a mustache.
Justin Bieber
He's got
has a
porn
mustache.
stash going on.
So at the gym I work out in, there's a couple of guys there now who have the 70s
Adam
porn,
N goes to the same gym.
the porn stash. They have the
porn
porn stash.
Wait, let's just qualify. When was the last time she was actually cited at the gym?
Oh, I don't know. You were mentioning our other mutual friend.
I don't think I've ever seen Madam N there, and
Oh,
I
You're
am there
every
quite a
day.
lot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you also go to the one. in
I've
Hadley
seen
a lot.
you.
Have you?
I've seen you.
And did I not see you? Did I not acknowledge you?
Yeah, I think it was a while ago, and it was probably before
Before you got close.
before I touch your beard.
Yeah. That
happened
was a
last
bonding
summer.
moment.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a
Yeah.
bonding
It was.
moment last
Yeah,
summer. Okay.
yeah.
Well, if I see you there, I'll say hi for sure. But I have noticed a few men with those just standalone, in your face kind of mustaches.
Porn stash. The
I think-
70s are back.
I think they're coming back.
Have you seen the Beebsters?
I haven't seen Bieber's mustache. Tell me about it.
It's just he looks like a different person.
Yeah. Do you like that look?
Ew.
Okay, that's a
So I
From
will
Madam
just
N.
also justify the fact that I'm kind of obsessed with his voice, but his look is not for me.
what is his look?
I don't know, just he has a baby face, and I would feel like a pedophile. He just is a baby.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so
All right, so you like an older fella.
I'm not into the Beebster in that way, but I really like his voice. I think
Yeah, he's got a nice voice.
Yeah, typically I have to say, I don't like just a mustache.
Okay.
I like either
like
the
a full-on,
goatee or the full-on beard mustache combo. But I will say that every time my husband we've been together forever, like 25 plus years. Every time he shaves off his mustache, I'm like, what is that? What is that thing?
What is it, your face?
No. No,
well,
please grow back immediately. Yeah.
When Sawtooth shaves, he looks 20 years younger. It's ridiculous.
I'm going to go shave right now. Hold on.
Please don't. No, you look like a baby. I would feel like a pedophile.
That's what I say. Exactly. That's exactly what I say. I'm
what
like,
do
you look
you mean?
like a child. I mean, it's one thing for him to act like a child, but I don't need him to act and look like a child, because then you feel like a pedophile. It's super weird.
Yeah, it's super
but
weird.
Also, okay, so on that note, but here's what's also weird. My almost 15-year-old is starting to sprout a mustache.
Oh my goodness.
Which is super weird. Like, I'm like, what is that on is that dirt? What is that?
Scrub that off,
like, are you
son.
going to leave that there? What you going to do with that?
And my husband's like, well, I'll show you how to shave. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, because he just doesn't, he's lazy. He doesn't want to deal with it. And
I'm anti-shaving.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
I don't like all this pressure to shave that society puts on men.
Well, it's weird because you don't see like teenagers like spouting like.
Well, I couldn't grow a beard really until I was in my early 20s.
So what did you do? Did you shave?
I shaved. Yeah. Well, I remember I was in the army for like 3 years.
True.
I had to shave there.
That's true. When I met you had,
or else I'd be shot.
Yeah, you had long hair and no facial hair.
Yeah.
You look like Gwyneth Paltrow.
I did. And do you know I was?
I don't know what that says about me.
And you know what? I was ahead of the times. I was sticking jade eggs up my ass.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, long before Gwyneth Paltrow was sticking them up her cooch.
Hooty hoo.
So Sawtooth, so Madam N, Sawtooth, the party we went to that you didn't come to.
Yeah, we won't say the person's name.
We won't say his name, but Sawtooth. Yeah, tell the story.
So there was a crystal shop
like a psychic shop,
like next to this bar that
there is.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
A psychic shop next to.
Was it open?
Yeah.
Yes, it was open.
It was?
Yeah.
So
we had to go in there. We were like, what the fuck?
So we went in, we were like shopping around and stopping. Jen's like, oh, we should get our friend a crystal or something.
Yeah,
something
like
fun.
Gift, like something funny and cheesy.
So I found a nice hunk of like jade crystal, but it wasn't like rounded. Yeah.
I'm super scared of where this story is going, but okay.
So it was like roughly like an egg-sized piece of jade. So
oh no,
we got it. It had a bunch of rough corners on it.
Oh jeez.
So we got into the bar. We saw our friend. I went up to him. I said, "We got you a present," and I held it out to him. He's looking at it. I go, "I got this off of Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop site." I said, "It's a jade egg." I said, now, normally these are supposed to go in your vagina. I said, but you don't have a vagina, so you have to stick this up your ass.
Oh no!
And I said, I go, it will help remove toxins. And he's staring at me.
Oh no! Why did you do that to him?
I'm staring at him. And finally,
then I walked over.
And finally, I told him that I was just kidding. And he.
Oh my God, he's kind of gullible sometimes.
Oh, I think he bought it 100%.
He totally bought it. When we said goodbye, he was a couple sheets to the wind already, he like pulled it out, and he's like, "I still got my thing."
Yeah, I said you got to stick that up. I said you got to stick that up your ass tonight.
Did the his friend, the other I can't describe the person without giving anything away, but his best buddy that hangs out with him all the time, the musician friend. Did he get word of this? Because
no, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, because I feel like he would have made it
Made it worse.
Worse.
Yeah, no, we didn't even see them. I think they may have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a quiet moment of pranking.
Yeah, it was at the beginning
Oh,
of,
good.
of the evening. So.
But I was proud. I was
So
proud.
how? Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
No. How was that party?
It was fun. It was just, we weren't drinking and it was starting to get a little loose. And so we went home and watched TV.
Yeah, but there's some people from town that
Yeah.
I know from
Yeah.
the large university that I work at that I
Right.
was able to talk to and hang
Yeah.
out with and have
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
conversations with. So that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And we don't get to that town a lot, which is Ware, Massachusetts.
Right.
And it was fun. I'd never been to that place.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice little restaurant. The food was pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a sandwich, didn't we?
We did. We split a sandwich.
Yep.
It was good.
All right. Now this next item, Stomping Jen, we're still in the news. This means we're having a good time, Madam Men. We're having a great time. Now, if you feel like you need to go or it's getting too late, just let us know and we can.
Well, you just kick me out at any
Yeah.
time.
Oh no.
Oh, no,
We're
we'll have
good.
you on until you're ready to go.
Yeah, but we won't go. We won't try to go too long. But
I might have to re-up my beverage.
okay, let us know if you need to go run and take a little break. So,
Yeah.
all right, this do we want to do this next thing on the list,
Chaka
Stomping Jen?
Khan?
The
We
Chaka
may as
Khan
well.
national anthem. Did you hear this?
I saw your post today, but I
Yep.
didn't actually see it, so I don't know what all the hubbub's
All
about.
right, Stomping Jen's gonna play it.
gonna
Go ahead.
play the
Yep.
whole
Now,
thing. Uh-oh.
now, what?
I think they took it down.
Oh, did it get pulled?
I don't know. It's not an error occurred, it says. Hold on.
Oh,
I'll try to find it.
okay. Yeah.
But why don't you give a little bit of an intro about like what it is?
Oh, it looks like they pulled it down.
Yeah, they
huh?
totally pulled it down. I
Oh,
can't
boy.
find it anywhere.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, so Chaka Khan,
who was a singer, right?
right from the 70s.
From the 70s, did a.
Right? From the
Yep.
70s, Madam Men. You know music better than me.
I
She
think,
leave?
70s or the 80s?
I think.
Honey, when's Chaka Khan from? 70s? 70s.
Yeah, 70s. She's like
Yep.
the disco era kind of stuff.
Yeah. Chaka Khan.
Chaka Khan,
Chaka
right?
Khan.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Chaka,
Sawtooth, I'm like,
Chaka Khan.
I said to Sawtooth, I'm like, you know who Chaka Khan is? And he's like, no, I don't know who Chaka Khan is.
Yeah, so she at some basketball event, I think last night, she did a very non-traditional
Yes.
rendition of the national anthem. And there are all these articles about how terrible it was, and
Yeah,
I
about
thought
how
it was
she- it was-
amazing.
Unlistenable.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
Did your husband listen to it? Does he know what we're talking about?
No, he was playing a gig last night.
Did you find it?
In fact, he
Stomping
played
Jen?
I'm still looking.
twice yesterday.
Here to perform
Oh,
the
here it
Star
is.
Spangled
Can you
Banner
hear it?
Is acclaimed singer,
Yep.
songwriter, and 10-time Grammy winner from
Now,
Chicago.
I thought this was
She won
amazing.
10
Chaka
Grammys.
Khan.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
I'm just going to mute the applause a little bit till she starts singing. Then I'll boost it up.
She's saying hello.
I thought this was great. And I like different renditions. Here we go. Can you hear that okay?
Yep.
Okay. It's very gospel-y. I love this.
So also wasn't it was in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, listen
It's
to that
basketball.
voice. Yeah.
Right. Hello.
And this is the funny thing, right? It was like mostly white people who were outraged.
Well, it was on CNN.
Isn't
Yeah.
that always the case?
Yes,
Isn't
it
it always
is.
the white people who are outraged
Yeah.
about everything?
Yeah.
We're the worst.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, okay.
but
a little
that's
off.
impressive that it goes up that high.
But I think she's...
Eh.
It's not the note it's supposed to be. I don't know. I'm not a musician, but I
Right.
loved it.
Is she off key?
I mean, the thing is, yeah, she is. But the thing is, it's like, who cares?
Right.
It gets worse. I mean,
I don't think so.
when I say worse, I mean like if it was off key, then it gets worse.
More non-traditional. This can't be easy. That's literally music to my ears. I love it.
Yeah. So I can see where people would have issues with that.
You think what?
I can see where people would have issues with that. It just, it's good for her, like taking a non-traditional approach to it, but it wasn't very good. Sorry. If it's like a 12-year-old who's like, woo,
Yeah.
Shaka Khan. Like
Chaka
she has
Khan.
a thing. She could have done like the Shaka Khan thing. She didn't do the Shaka Khan.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was daring.
You're gonna have to dub in the Shaka Khan.
Yeah, do the Chaka Khan thing. Here.
I'm not
I'm
putting.
playing it.
I'm not putting.
Just put it
You
back.
want to put the? All right, hold on. Go ahead. This is Shaka
I
Khan's
think this is
song
yeah.
called Shaka
yeah,
Khan.
but I'm playing and you can't hear it.
Oh, I muted it. Sorry.
Shaka Khan.
Here.
Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan.
Khan?
This is her song.
Yeah.
Shaka Khan. Let me rock Shaka Khan. Let me rock this
You like this?
Yeah, it's like
I like-
classic music.
I like her national anthem better. I'm muting this. I like her. I like her national anthem
Oh
better.
my goodness.
That's fine. That's fine.
Anyways.
Well, I'm a supporter of it. I think we need more national anthems like that.
non-traditional.
Yep.
I want to hear Maynard do it.
Oh, no one wants to hear that.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
That's to Maynard doing the national
So-
anthem. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yes,
so-
Madam N. What?
Please, go ahead.
Well, two things quickly.
Yep.
One is on that note about Maynard. So my son is not composing, but he's arranging. Like he's trying to come up with an arrangement that his school band can play of I think it's Tempest.
Cool.
Yeah. So
For marching band or just like
for
symphonic?
Well, originally he was thinking about trying to get the percussion. They do a band with a concert of just jazz and percussion.
Yeah.
So he's trying for just that, and now he's thinking maybe of having like the whole band do it. But I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's 13 minutes long, buddy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a long song.
But anyway, so that was that, and then yeah. So.
Did you forget to write it down? You don't have your show notes in front of you?
No, and so I'm just looking at your list of things. So I'm probably not going to want to talk about your list.
Okay.
You don't want to talk about
That's
the list?
okay. Stomping Jen,
No.
yeah, Stomping Jen and I we can rip through that.
Yeah. Are there any of the entertainment things that you're interested in talking about?
So I have not seen Parasite.
Mhm.
Was it good or?
Yeah, but we won't talk about it if you've not seen it.
Yeah, it's
No.
yeah.
We don't want to ruin it for you.
No. I watched. I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood last night.
Oh, did you like it?
I loved it.
I loved it.
Except for the very second to last scene, like the end, the invasion scene.
Mm-hmm.
I was not prepared for that. I knew that it was going to be violent, but I wasn't prepared for that.
The level of it was.
I loved that. That was my favorite part of the movie.
I know, but I get it, but it was.
Graphic.
Even when yes, it's very graphic, and I know it's over the top, and I know it's Quentin Tarantino, and I know
It wouldn't be
But-
Quentin Tarantino.
I mean, I literally put my hand over my eyes and
Mhm.
was like, "You can't watch this." And Mason was laughing, almost as maniacally as the girl who got torched in the pool. And it was just, but I thought overall it was awesome. Like
Yeah.
I love movies like that. Like I love.
Some of my favorite scenes in that movie are like when Brad Pitt is just driving, like for long shots. I don't know why. I just like was captivated.
He's nice to look at.
No, it wasn't. You couldn't even see him. It was just him driving the car.
Oh.
You don't remember those
No.
long shots of him like driving through Hollywood?
I do
and
like
the
to look
hills?
at him, though. He's interesting to look at.
Well, I
He
mean,
is, and it's so funny. It says so. The scene. Did you guys see it?
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So the scene when he's on the roof and he goes to repair the antenna and he takes off his shirt. Comment was, all mothers in in the United States are drooling at this moment. Like,
Mhm.
and I was like, well,
Plus one sawtooth
like,
drooling over
Oh yeah, I was.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, sure. I've always liked him.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching him. He's
Mhm.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a sexual.
I
Not in a.
thought that was, I mean, I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was really good,
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. But it definitely, the movie did not pan out the way I thought it was going to at all. Like, I had no idea, but it was
Yeah.
great. I thought it was awesome. But
I really
anyway,
liked
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And let me clarify. Like, and if I had a thing for Brad Pitt, I would tell you. You know, I kind of have a man crush on Henry Cavill.
Yes, we all know that.
Right, but no, I find him. He's Superman, the most recent Superman.
He's also in that Witcher show, but Sawtooth doesn't want to watch it.
No,
He's like
because
the lead, like
I like him as
Witcher,
Superman.
witch person.
He's my
so
Superman.
like Superman versus Batman Superman?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Oh,
Henry Cavill.
okay.
Oh, speaking of Superman and Batman,
Yeah.
the new Batman, Robert Pattinson has come out
Yeah, he's
footage, and so Sawtooth will now be fawning over this for the next year and a half.
he's going to be
I
a good.
saw that.
Did you see it? Did you like it?
No, I saw you.
Fawning over.
Yeah, I love superheroes.
Uh-huh.
And I think he's going to be a good Batman. He'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, back to Brad Pitt real quick. I've always liked him.
I know
Like
you
I've liked
have.
him in everything. I just
I
find
know.
him like
He's fascinating.
he's just super interesting
Yeah.
to me
So-
to watch. I don't know why.
Right. So my son says, "Do you think he's a nice guy in real life? Like, do you think he's a nice person in real life?" And I was like, I really would like to think that he is, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? Do you think Brad Pitt's a nice person in real life?
I've listened to I listen to a lot of podcasts, like movie podcasts and stuff. And the word is that he's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Like he's very salt of the earth. Very salt of the earth.
I
like,
did hear that Keanu Reeves is like
Yeah.
the best human being on the face of the planet.
I think
So that's not like a total, like, just we're all falling for him. Like, he really is.
I think
Really?
so. Yeah. Listen to I don't know if you listen. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, she listens to podcasts.
Okay. Listen
I
to
love.
Do you listen to What the Fuck by Mark Maron?
No, but that sounds like something I should definitely.
Yeah. So he mostly interviews celebrities, and he did an interview with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio,
Uh-huh.
and you get a good sense of who Brad Pitt is if you listen to that. And he just seems like despite being a billionaire and whatever.
And leaving Jennifer Aniston for.
Whatever.
Angelina Jolie.
Relationships don't work out all the time.
It's true.
In non-celebrity people. We shouldn't be
true.
surprised when they don't work out in that kind of environment.
Yeah, but what happened between those two?
I don't know. They didn't get along. She couldn't get along with that other guy, that
Billy
super
Bob?
handsome guy.
Billy Bob?
No, Justin Timberlake.
No, she wasn't with Justin Timberlake. Are you talking
Oh,
about
no,
Jennifer
no.
Aniston with Justin Theroux?
Yeah,
Oh, he's sexy.
Justin Theroux.
Yeah.
She couldn't get along with him either.
Oh, I think she really
What's
wanted.
it called?
Huh?
What the fuck?
What the fuck with
Yeah,
Mark
yeah,
Maron?
or just put in WTF. It'll come up. Or Mark Maron. Either one of those things. You'll see it. Really good podcast.
Mm.
Oh.
It's all interviews. So, all right. All right. So Madam N recommends Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's what I'm hearing here.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Did you
Okay.
guys see Knives Out?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yes.
Right. I keep saying his name.
It's all right. I got you. Don't worry.
He's writing it down.
But so we need to come up with a fun name for him, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I know him well enough
Yeah,
to
you're gonna
come
have
up
to
with
come
one.
up
So you're
with a
going to have
name.
to suggest one.
Yeah. Space Unicorn love Knives Out.
Yeah, she did. We went
So
on.
we're going to go see that on Wednesday, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
We won't spoil it.
It's a lot of
It's
fun.
it is
It's
a lot
really
of fun.
good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's a
it's
good
awesome.
movie.
All right.
All right. All right,
All
Madam
right.
Men.
Well, I think I'm good.
Thanks
I
for.
feel like I've contributed all that I can. Otherwise, I'm just going to take over.
Yeah, and we should get you in here sometime. That would be
Yes.
even more fun. Maybe this summer.
Yes.
And you,
yes.
and you
fun.
you can bring your hubby along too. I'm sure
Yes.
that would be a riot.
Maybe we could have a jam session.
Yeah. Do you want to plug his band?
Ramshackle.
Ramshackle. And I think we played some
Yeah.
of them on here
We
before.
have.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Last
Yeah.
summer. Yep.
Oh, speaking of which, and bands,
Yes.
someone's trying to coax me to help organize the bands
Yes.
for the Food Truck Fridays again.
Yes. I'm not involved. You're going to do it, right? I'm not involved.
Probably I will help. I mean, it's. Do all these people have fake names?
No, they don't.
Not everybody.
Yep, not yet.
But I will say that the James Paul band,
Oh yeah.
who I didn't realize is the brother-in-law of a mutual person that we both know. Did you know
Oh,
this?
No.
I'll text you later
Yeah,
who
he-
it is. But James Paul is the brother-in-law of somebody that we both know, and
And he wants to play.
he really wants to play the food trucks. And
And he's awesome. A
Are they
really
still
nice
the
guy.
I'd be the third Friday of June, July, and August.
June, July,
again?
and August, correct? Yeah.
The third Friday. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it-
So my namesake reached out to me and she said there's a wing gal for me. So I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. It'll be fine. I think June's covered actually already, so it might just
Yeah.
be July and August.
we want to get that James Paul in there. He's a good guy.
James Paul.
We saw him at that party we went
SOAR
to.
party, the SOAR event. It wasn't a party.
No, he was at the
he
party
was also
we
at
went
the
to
party that we went to
Oh, really?
this weekend. Yeah.
the one that you weren't able to go to.
Yeah, he was playing and we talked to him. And
Yeah.
he's a really nice guy.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I wasn't there because my extremely talented son was playing on the stage at the UMass Fine Arts Center.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's
Yeah.
give him a.
That's amazing. That's super cool.
It is.
Yeah.
I love his passion.
All right,
for
let's-
all
We're
these
just-
things.
We're just super lucky to have such a great music program here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, in Belchertown, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
All
All
right.
right, kid.
definitely.
All right, Madam
fun.
N, thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure. And we will see you around.
All right.
Maybe at Planet Fitness.
Yes,
maybe
at
not.
Planet Fitness. And I will be there with my mustache.
Your mustachio.
Yep. All right.
All right,
Ciao.
have a good night.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun.
I love that you say that every time
Madam
we
N.
hang up with somebody. That was fun.
She was great.
She is.
She was
We love her.
lively. She had things to say. We like that.
Hmm.
We love it when people have things to say.
Yes, it's better than the opposite when they have nothing
Yeah.
to say
Yeah.
and nothing to contribute.
I don't
So-
think we've ever got anybody on here who didn't have anything to say, did we?
No. What hour are we at? Are we
An hour and 8 minutes.
are we still doing our
Yeah,
list?
let's go through.
Okay.
I mean, with Shivering Jim, we went an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere near that, I don't think.
Yeah, we're near the end of this.
Yeah. I do want to, now that it's just you and me, I do want to go and play some of the elements from my new podcast.
Oh, okay.
Do you mind if we do that?
No.
Okay. So, as we've mentioned before, the new podcast is called Routine Expedition, a Land of the Lost podcast. Who are you texting?
Oh, I just texted her the name of the person and that I told her I would text.
Oh, okay. You're texting Madam N.
Yes.
You're wrapping up.
Yes, wrapping up.
Yeah. Thank you, Stomping Jet.
No problem.
It's called Routine Expedition,
Mm-hmm.
a Land of the Lost podcast. You could search for that in Apple or wherever you get your podcasts. It'll be there. So here's the theme song. It's going to open and close the podcast, okay? And
Okay.
Joshua Michael Stewart wrote this song, the
Thank
music.
you, Joshua.
Here we go. Isn't that awesome?
You've played this before, you know.
I played the teaser episode that you hated and made fun of me for. Okay?
Because it was not scripted.
Yeah. Can you tell those are dinosaurs roaring? And there are sounds all from the show in here.
I understand that.
Okay. Slee Stacks,
Yeah. So
Big Alice, Grumpy.
I think people who are really intimately
Yeah, they'll be into
familiar
this, okay?
with those
Yep.
sounds.
So that's
will
going to
know what they
open
are.
and close the show. And then I'm
Okay.
going to have a little news segment,
Mhm.
right? This is going to
The
be the
news
sound for
bumper.
that. Okay? Those are Skylons.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then there's going to be this.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
That's going to open the episode review.
Mhm.
That's Holly saying, "What's going on here?" Okay?
Mhm.
There we go. Then we're going to have a segment where we read listener feedback. We've already got comments on our Facebook page and things from people.
This is the hole of no return.
I call it the hole of no return because
I understand why.
interacting with people on the internet
Yes.
is like going into a hole with a monster.
I
Get it?
understand. Mhm.
Okay. Here's some more Slee Stacks.
I love how you have a whole board dedicated to
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to use that yet. And here's Grumpy the dinosaur. I'm thinking about playing that as like the sound of approval.
Uh-huh.
You get a Grumpy
Mm-hmm.
if something positive happens.
Do you get a Big Alice if you're
What? Yeah, you get a Big Alice if
yeah.
you don't do good.
I think you should start incorporating these sounds into our regular podcast.
And if there's something I don't like,
This is dopey. Dopey.
You make everything twice as long as it needs to be, by the way.
I like that. It takes up time.
But you already are long-winded. Why do we need to take up
I'm
more
worried about
time?
I'm actually constantly worried about never filling up an hour.
And yet we constantly
Here we
go
are.
over
We haven't even got to our
an
stupid
hour.
list. So those are the sounds you're going to hear on my new podcast.
Awesome.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now-
You've been working very hard. I should attest
Thank you.
to
It's a lot of
our
work.
listeners. Yes.
Like getting the social account set up.
Yeah.
I've got 2 episodes outlined. I've got my co-hosts nailed down for a date and time.
Yeah, it's like putting something together. You're producing a whole thing.
Yeah. Maybe someday I can make a living producing podcasts.
Wah, wah, wah.
Thanks for your confidence, Stomping Jim.
I love you.
You don't think I could do that?
Let's go lift some pellets. Is that the new euphemism? All right.
Are you serious?
I'm joking. All right, what are we doing? Are we doing
All right,
our...
let's do our lists. All right,
Our lists?
fucking lists. Which bumper is this list? I don't even
I
know
don't know.
anymore.
You're so
I think it's this one. Nope, it's this one. You're yawning. Are we gonna watch TV?
I don't know. What time is it?
9:42. All right, the list. What is it? Read it.
You read it.
Stop texting and read the list.
I'm wrapping it up.
What are you ready to rid yourself of?
You just didn't want to use
And-
your glasses.
I can't read it. In your home, closet, and heart. Okay, what's all the shit you want to get rid of?
I want to get rid of all the bad feelings and the rejections and the investing my time in people who don't care about me.
Who are they?
I don't know.
You want to
People.
call them out here?
No. I don't call anybody out.
Oh, I'm going to do some calling out. Get ready.
I want to get rid of clothes that don't fit me.
You don't have any of those.
Kitchen stuff we don't use anymore, and linens and towels and pillows and disgusting grossness that we need to get rid of. What are you looking at?
Not looking at anything.
I feel like you're looking at my
No.
shirt. That's pretty much all I wrote down.
And what does your shirt say on it?
Epcot.
Yep. And it has rainbow dots on it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was looking at.
Okay.
I mean, you were talking about lifting pellets.
Oh, God. All right.
So.
Oh, boy.
All right. Can I tell you the story?
Are you...
Let me just tell you a story.
What story?
About a man who tried to lift some pellets.
What about the list 49? No.
And he hurt his back.
Come on. List.
All right, hold on.
List. Stop with the music.
Jeez, you're no fun. All right. My list. All right. Things I want to get rid of in the home. You ready?
Yeah.
Our deck that is causing leaking into the sun porch.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get rid of that. Junk in our garage.
Mm-hmm.
The pool.
No.
I want to get rid of the pool.
The pool.
I want to get rid of mice.
Mice.
And I want to get rid of this drop ceiling over our heads.
Looks like it's falling down.
I think we should get rid of it and have like an industrial type of like situation in here and get some lights up there that actually work. It could be cool. We could do something funky and cool.
We need somebody who knows what they're doing.
I know what we're doing.
No.
Okay. In my closet, nothing. What do I want to get rid of in my heart? That's lame. Heart. All right.
You want to get rid of me?
No, I want to get rid of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get rid of hatred. I'll keep a little bit of hatred, not all of it. Get rid of most of the hatred.
Mm-hmm.
And some I'm going to hang on to. Self-doubt. I want to get rid of that. That doesn't help me in any way.
No.
I want to get rid of self-deprecation. What do you think about that? I'm going to tell you a story about self-deprecation.
Don't.
Okay. I want to get rid of jealousy. And I want to get rid of anger.
Do you want to get rid of mustaches?
No, I like mustaches.
Okay.
And mustaches aren't in my heart.
Oh, sorry.
All right, that was list 49. I cannot wait till we're done with this book.
We got 3 more.
3 more. Should we just skip them?
What are they?
The next list is list some images that make you happy.
Images.
List 51 is list the ways you have invested in your happiness this year. And
okay.
List 52 is list the ways you're grateful that this fucking stupid ass list book is over.
I love that. That'd be great.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are we going to finish? We should just finish it to say we did it, right?
Yeah, there's 3
All right.
more. There you
All
go.
right, Stomping Jen.
Yeah.
What else? We've talked,
And we talked about everything else.
No,
on
we
here.
didn't really talk about Parasite.
Oh, well,
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
it's like a snap decision there.
All right, what do we want to say about Parasite? Go watch it, right? It was excellent. It was by Bong Joon-ho.
Bong Joon.
Oh, Bong Joon-ho. It won the Academy Award for
Best Picture.
and Best Director.
It won like some other best screenplay, maybe.
Best Screenplay about a Parasite. It was a good movie,
You're funny.
right?
It was good. And then when we were talking with Ted and Space Unicorn, you were giving away the entire plot to them for some reason.
I did not give away the entire plot.
You
There
were,
are no
like,
spoilers.
Giving them like
All right. We're still watching Avenue 5, Survivor, Winners at War, Picard. That's really good. We're enjoying that.
Mm-hmm.
And The Outsider, right?
Outsider. Mm-hmm.
And we're still on our reading about alcohol. So we're reading The Alcohol Experiment and This Naked Mind
Well, I'm reading This Naked Mind, and nobody's reading The Alcohol Experiment.
by Annie Grace. Do you have to read them in an order?
No, I think one is like more of like a workbook style. Like
Oh, I don't want to do a workbook. I've got enough to do.
I think it's a companion book. I'm not sure why we bought
All right.
it. I should have just got The Snake.
I don't want to do any more workbooks. I have enough work.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You done stomping, Jen?
Put a pin in me.
Anything you want to say as we go out?
What were we talking about in the car? And I was like, oh, we should be talking about this in the podcast.
Starbucks again. It's fucking assholes. You know, I'm pissed at you.
Why?
Because we went to the drive-thru this morning and ordered $9 worth of coffee somehow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was a stupid... Your coconut milk latte, which you had...
How much is your cold brew?
$4. So...
Okay, so mine was $4 and yours was $4. What's the problem?
Here's the problem. You were driving the car and you were at the speaker thing. And I said, please order me a venti iced coffee black. Mm-hmm. And you were like... so you just said to the box
venti cold brew,
and there was this awkward pause,
and they said no, and they said, do you want anything in it? And I said no,
no, you son of a bitch, I told you to order it black.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to.
I wanted it black. You were ordering for me.
I ordered it black because they said,
and then she goes, oh, nothing in it.
No, she didn't make any further commentary. And then you were all confused because I got a coconut milk latte, and they have a new one that's a coconut milk latte that they make with their blonde espresso, but they didn't have the blonde espresso.
Blonde espresso?
Yes. So she said, do you care if we just make it with a regular espresso and it'll just have coconut milk? And I said, that's fine. I don't care. It's just for looks. I don't think it tastes any different.
Blonde
espresso. Yeah.
Why does the world need blonde espresso?
Well, if the cocoa beans make blonde espresso, blonde beans, why are you're a blonde and I'm a brunette? So there you go.
You mean it comes out yellow?
It comes out lighter color, so when you get
Who wants to drink piss-colored espresso?
It's not piss color.
Why don't they call it pissesso?
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Don't steal that idea. It's pissesso.
Anyways.
Blonde espresso is piss-colored, and it's pissesso.
I felt the need to defend the poor baristas who are making their living, and that they might take their jobs pretty seriously. And if you don't like it, you should just go get some.
No, you didn't even say black.
You could get $1 iced venti large cold brew black.
I wanted a black iced coffee
for $1. You can get any size.
You wouldn't order.
It wouldn't cost $9.
Right. I've had enough of this bullshit.
But you go to Starbucks for their quality and their barista-ish, and you shouldn't make fun of them.
No, fuck you.
That's my new opinion about Starbucks.
Fuck you. I wanted a black iced coffee. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. I wanted a black iced coffee. I'm mad about that. It's bullshit. Fuck off.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. America knows that this world of ours, ever growing smaller, must avoid becoming a community of dreadful fear and hate. Those who have freedom will understand also its heavy responsibility. That all who are insensitive to the needs of others will learn charity, and that the sources, scourges of poverty, disease, and ignorance will be made disappear from the earth. And that in the goodness of time, all peoples will come to live together in a peace guaranteed